What's up, family? Hey, this is my Herkimer Diamond. I haven't worn this in a long time, but felt the need to put it on today. I want to share a story with you guys. It's kind of breezy. You can see the branches blowing in the background. So if you hear the wind, I apologize. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Years ago, I was a single parent raising my two oldest kids. My daughter was downstairs, and I went upstairs and I drew her bath water, and I told her to go get in the bath. And she'll sleep. She got up and walked upstairs, and I just continued studying downstairs. And then I started hearing water, and I thought it was raining. I looked outside because it was summertime. Sky's all clear. I'm like, man, where's that sound coming from? Thought I was tripping. Went back to studying. Then I started seeing water run down the ceiling and down the walls from upstairs. I'm in military housing, and so I freaked out. I ran upstairs, and man, as I was going up the stairs was just soaked and wet. You know, it was all carpet. It was just soaked and wet. Bathtubs overflowing. And I'm screaming to Jocelyn, my oldest, and I'm like, and she jumps up scared. Her brother wakes up scared, and I turn the bath water off and unplug it, and I'm yelling at her because I'm like, I told you to come take a bath. What are you doing? And she's like, I was asleep. I'm sorry. And it's all this, right? And man, I'm like heated because I'm like scared because I'm thinking, man, I'm a single parent. I ain't getting no help from nobody, to take care of mine, and I'm doing what I got to do. But man, funds are tight, and like, that's destruction of government property, and you get in a lot of trouble for that, right? And so I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't afford this, and whoop-de-whoop, right? And so I'm getting ready to discipline her for it, right? Because she didn't do what I told her to do. And that was out of fear. Stay with me. That was out of me reacting out of fear. And so I go downstairs, and she's about to come downstairs. She's getting dressed and everything. She cleaned up the bathwater, and she's about to come downstairs. And I pulled my belt off. She didn't know it. I'm downstairs. I'm about to discipline her. And man, I got so convicted. Stay with me. I'm going to go somewhere. I got convicted. And what I mean convicted, man, my spirit jumped all over me. You know what I mean? And I could hear God just like, what the heck are you doing? What do you think you about to do? And I'm like, man, she didn't listen to me, and whoop-de-whoop. And man, I don't know how to fix this. There's water running through the lights, fixtures and all this, right? And I'm like, man, I'm on one, right? And I heard God say, how many lives have I had to fix because of you? How many women have had broken hearts that I've had to fix in men because they came into your life and they wanted to love you, but you wasn't receptive of their love, and you didn't love them back? How many women have been messed up because of you, and I had to fix them? I didn't punish you. And now, because you told your daughter to go upstairs and she disobeyed you and she went to bed, you're wanting to punish her. So I should have beat your tail all those times that you broke all those women's hearts. I should have beat your tail all those times that you led women astray. And when I heard that, I was just like, ooh, you know what I mean? I was like, man, you didn't have to say it like that, you know what I mean? And I felt so bad. And so when Jocelyn came downstairs, I could tell that she was kind of shook, and I just put my arms around her. I said, you know what? I apologize. I was scared, and that's why I started yelling and just nervous, just scared, I don't have a lot of money. I don't know how we're going to fix this and clean this mess up. And You know, I don't know if the electrical components are going to be messed up because of this, you know, and I could get in a lot of trouble with the military, with the Air Force for this. And I'm scared, you know. And I just gave her a hug. I said, it'll be okay. And I gave her a kiss and said, go to bed. I said, I'll clean the rest up. Blind spots. Stay with me. My daughter didn't intentionally disobey me. She was asleep when I told her to go upstairs and take a bath. It wasn't intentional. Me yelling at her wasn't intentional. It was a reaction because of my fear. Stay with me. I was about to make the problems a whole lot worse. Because I was scared and I reacted the way I did, now I'm blaming her. And I'm blaming her because I'm scared, because I was triggered. And so I'm blaming her. And now I'm getting ready to discipline her because it's all her fault. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. And I had to come to grips with that. It is what it is. Accidents happen. You have to be man, woman enough to acknowledge the fact that, hey, you know what? It wasn't my intention to hurt you. It wasn't my intention to cause you pain or to cause you suffering. I acknowledge that my actions did that, and man, I apologize. Most of us aren't man or woman enough to do that for whatever reason. Because maybe it's because of our ego, you know, that's going to make me look weak. That's going to make me look less than. You know what I mean? Family, we have to grow up emotionally. We have to grow up emotionally. I drive a lot and I have a pretty big truck. And there's been several times where I've looked real quick, didn't see anybody there. Looked in the mirrors, rearview mirror and the side mirror, didn't see anybody there. Put on my turn signal, waited. I always put on my turn signal and wait a couple of seconds before I start shifting into another lane. And when I do that, when I've done that, I've heard people blaring their horn, and I turn back and look, and it's like, oh, snap, and I swerve back into my lane. Why? Because they were in a blind spot. I couldn't see them. I did everything that I was supposed to do. I looked in the mirrors. I turned my head and looked in the direction. I put on my signal. It was not my intention to cause them to wreck. It was not my intention to hit them. I didn't hit anybody, and I didn't cause anybody to wreck, okay? But I could have, because they were in my blind spot. It was unintentional, and yet I could have caused them great pain and suffering. Family, we have to understand that every single one of us has emotional blind spots. Every single one of us. Every single one of us. I don't care how much you study. I don't care how much you grow. I don't care how long you've been doing this. Every single one of us have emotional blind spots. And we have to acknowledge the fact that sometimes we do things, sometimes we say things that we cause hurt to other people, even though that's not our intentions. And when we do that, we have to be mature enough to acknowledge it and to correct the problem. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.